The goal really is to deliver some of the curriculum within the IC3 Institute, but to have it delivered by some of the finest faculty, and that is why we are here at Ahmedabad University.
This reimagining of education has to happen keeping this future of work in mind. Where is it that new jobs are arising? The problem with our institutions is not that the kids are poorly educated. They're not ill-educated. That's not the case. The problem is that we have not provided them skills for those sectors where there's high demand, which are skills of the future, which are jobs of the future. I think our education must, and our classroom must completely prepare our young for this future, for this very uncertain, changing environment, and for helping them transform this society.
So one key characteristic that every university, I feel, must have to deliver high quality transformative education is the capacity to be adaptive to change, because we are in an ever changing environment, and so we cannot be working with a fossilized curriculum, and we need experts. We need industry experts and subject matter experts to deliver that robust curriculum.
Indian universities have not innovated much when it comes to undergraduate education. In the current context, there are a few forward-thinking universities who are trying to reimagine the context of education such that we are preparing the young people for what the world that they're going to inherit 5-10 years in the future, as opposed to what the world used to be 5 or 10 years before.
When you go out into the real world, if you learn that your job is not to just listen to someone as to what you need to do and just do that, but to also question and give suggestions about other aspects of the problem, who do you think is going to get the next promotion?
I think the ability to be holistic in its approach, in its actions, in its design and curriculum, I think that's the one big characteristic a university should have.
Fascinating concept. The idea is that all students from all backgrounds in this batch come together to take part in all of these really fascinating causes, and all of the causes at ISP sit between various disciplines.
The ISP session that we have over here is one of the most unique sessions that I have ever seen in any university.
The school life and the transition of first year student, because in the school life we are all together in a very protected environment. We are in a nutshell, we are being provided with everything. The students are basically provided with everything.
I was quite impressed by the circle of care, and it kind of spoke about the entire university, what the university stands for, and it's really nice to know that the university believes in caring about the student and their future, and for that they'll go to any extent to help the students out.
The highlight for me here has been the setting up the career counseling lab.
One thing that students need to think about is the fact that the jobs of the past will not be the jobs of the future. The days when you could do a particular education, go into a job in your mid-20s and exit 40, 50 years later, those days are gone. People need to be adaptable, they need to be flexible, they need to know not only what to think but how to think. So one of the things that universities like Ahmedabad University and the School of Arts and Sciences are trying to do is saying you should have a broad and liberal education which equips you not only for specific technical or minute areas of knowledge, but also gives you a broader understanding of areas like philosophy or literature or ethics, which are going to come in useful during your career, whatever you decide to do.
One concept that I am taking away from here is a liberal education, and I think that's the right of every student, every citizen of any country.
The aspect of how the average students also could be motivated to apply for universities abroad has been especially that held a special attraction for me as a career guidance counsellor.
Overwhelming and immersive.
Very, very insightful.
Enriching experience.
Warm.
Phenomenal.
Great learning. Very enriching. Fantastic.
Enlivening.
Head, heart and hand.
Enriching experience.
Enthralling experience.
Marvelous.
Enlightening. Phenomenal.
Care.
Unique. Fascinating.
Very enriching.
Excellence.
Combination of beauty and brain.
Extremely enriching.
Wonderful experience.